The rain hadn't stopped in days. It came in sideways sheets, blurring the world into smudged watercolor. I'd been staring at the same photo for so long, the ink was beginning to run from the damp. A woman, early 30s, light brown hair, green eyes, and a girl with matching dimples. The Reynoldses. Missing. 32 days. Everyone back in the city said the same thing. She must have run off. She was unhappy. She took the kid. But her husband sat across from me in that dim office 3 weeks ago, knuckles white around a mug of coffee gone cold, and swore she wasn't the kind of woman to vanish. He said something took her, and the way his voice broke on that last word made me believe him. That's how I ended up on the road to Mooresville. The map said it was a small town north of the county line, the kind of place time forgot. But every time I looked for it on GPS, it flickered off like static swallowing its name. I followed an old highway until the asphalt turned to gravel and the trees pressed in close enough to scrape my car windows. Then suddenly, the forest broke open, and there it was, Mooresville. Chapter 1. Welcome to Nowhere. The first thing I noticed was how clean it was. Too clean. Not a single piece of litter, not a single chip in the paint. The storefronts looked like they'd been frozen in the 1950s. Chrome diners, pastel facades, even a gas station, with attendants in matching uniforms. The air smelled like rain and nostalgia. A sign creaked in the wind. Welcome to Mooresville, a place you'll never forget. But that wasn't true, not even close. People stopped what they were doing when I drove by. They didn't wave, they just watched. Expressionless, polite, like mannequins with the flicker of life behind their eyes. I parked in front of the diner and stepped out. The bell above the door chimed softly, but no one turned. A waitress approached me with a smile too bright to be real. Coffee, huh? Please, I said. And maybe some answers. She blinked. We don't serve that here. That's when I knew something was off. Chapter 2, the town that doesn't exist. For 3 days, I asked questions. No one answered them. The sheriff claimed he'd never heard of a missing woman or a child matching my description. The motel clerk gave me a key without asking for my name. And when I tried to call my client, there was nothing, no signal, no static, just silence. That night, I dreamed of flickering streetlights and whispers crawling beneath my skin. When I woke, my phone clock said 3:33 a.m. I could hear humming outside my window, a low rhythmic sound, almost mechanical. I followed it. The street was empty, but the air shimmered like heat above asphalt. I saw shapes moving under the surface, faces pressed against something invisible. A woman and a little girl. I blinked, and they were gone. Chapter 3. The Ones Who Stay. By day, the townsfolk smiled like everything was fine. By night, the ground seemed to breathe. I found a small library near the square, dusty, abandoned. Inside, a single ledger sat open on the counter. Handwritten names filled the pages, each neatly crossed out after a date. I flipped to the end. The last name was Evelyn Reynolds. Next to hers, a faint line of ink still wet. The next line was empty, waiting. I snapped a photo. The moment I did, the lights went out. When they came back on, the ledger was gone. I stumbled outside, gasping. The sheriff was waiting. Everything all right, son? Who's in charge of this town? I asked. He smiled, slow and tired. We all are. Together. Then he tipped his hat and walked away. Chapter 4. The Harvest. The longer I stayed, the weaker I felt. My thoughts were foggy, like the town was sucking the clarity right out of me. Every night, I heard the humming grow louder, felt it in my bones. Finally, I met her, Evelyn. She was standing at the edge of the woods, barefoot, eyes unfocused. Her daughter clung to her leg. "Mrs. Reynolds," I called. She turned slowly. "Do I know you?" "It's me," I said. "I was hired to find you. Your husband, he's waiting." Her expression twisted into confusion. "Husband?" she whispered. "I don't have a husband." My stomach turned. Her daughter tugged her sleeve. "Mommy, he's not supposed to be here." That's when the trees began to glow, soft veins of golden light pulsing under the bark. The air around us warped, bending light and shadow like a mirage. Evelyn flinched. "You shouldn't have come. You'll make it worse." "Make what worse?" I demanded. "The balance," she said. "They need it. The town. It hides itself from the world, but it costs energy. They take it from us, from everyone who stays. When someone dies, they bring someone new in, someone like you." Chapter 5. Replacements. I ran. I don't remember how far. I just remember the feeling of gravity shifting, like the whole town was breathing around me. When I reached my car, it was covered in a thin film of dust, like it had been sitting for years. The gas station was empty. The sky was gray, frozen. I tried to drive. The road looped back into town. Every single time. I drove until the fuel gauge hit empty, then stumbled toward the square. The townsfolk were gathered in silence, eyes glowing faintly in the dark. The sheriff stood in the center, his smile gone. "You understand now," he said softly. "It's not about cruelty. It's survival. The outside world drains us. We have to stay hidden, balanced. And the missing people? They become part of the energy. Their memories fade first, then the rest." His gaze sharpened. "You weren't supposed to find us yet." The crowd moved closer. Chapter 6. Fading. I don't remember how long it's been since then. Days, weeks, it all blends together. I live in Mooresville now. I walk the same streets every morning, past the same smiling faces. Sometimes I think I see new people arrive, lost travelers who stare too long at the welcome sign. I want to warn them, but the words don't come. Evelyn works at the diner. Her daughter plays by the window. They seem happy, peaceful, like none of it ever happened. Sometimes I catch her staring out into the distance, brows furrowed, like she's trying to remember something. I feel that too, a faint ache in the back of my skull, like a dream I can't shake. Epilogue. The welcome sign. There's a new sign outside of town now. Fresh paint, bright white letters. "Welcome to Mooresville, population 438. And every night, when the lights flicker and the air hums, I can hear another car approaching from the highway. The balance shifts. The town breathes. And someone new always takes my place. Like she's trying to remember something. I feel that too. A faint ache in the back of my skull, like a dream I can't shake. Epilogue. The welcome sign. There's a new sign outside of town now. Fresh paint, bright white.